In the words of Deontay Wilder, you can ask any doctor around the world, he's gonna tell you your head is not meant to be hit. Accordingly, we bring you the second part of the strongest chins in MMA. We decided to include not so old names, fighters who are still active, or were until last year. And in the last place, we will slightly go off topic for a guy who deserved a spot on the list, so make sure you stay until the end. Korean Zombie retired in 2023, and for a good reason. We quote, "I felt that I don't have that chin anymore." It's nothing strange because he competed at the highest level in featherweight for over 10 years. In fact, to say he competed is an understatement. Correction, Zombie was going through absolute wars with everyone. He was known for his excellent chin and aggressive style. Jung was never afraid of exchanges and taking risks, and it was always necessary to shoot all the shells at him to knock him out. Zombie fell only after a long and hard beating, mostly in the later rounds. Although he has been knocked out 5 times in 25 fights, 2 were at the end of his career by Volkanovski and Holloway. 1 is a TKO by Jose Aldo due to a shoulder injury, and 2 more are brutal. A last-second elbow knockout by Yair Rodriguez, and a George Roop high kick that would knock anyone out. Regardless, he always performed to justify his ring name. Jorge Masvidal has 2 decades of professional competition and over 50 matches behind him. Let's not forget that Jorge participated in bare-knuckle backyard fights before his MMA career, and no one managed to extinguish his lights. Although he always had problems with wrestlers, because his weakness was intelligent fighters who took him to decisions, Masvidal was created for striking exchanges, hence the nickname Gamebred. He was indeed knocked down many times, but he would always get back out the durability of his chin. He suffered his first TKO defeat from Rodrigo Dam in 2008. Although he was knocked out cold, some would say it was an early stoppage. But the only man who managed to do it was Kamaru Usman with a powerful punch after Masvidal underestimated his pillow hands. Despite this, Jorge is one of those fighters who gives and takes punches with a smile. We would say that Dustin Poirier has a granite chin, but that is far from the truth because his chin is made of diamond. The former interim champion, lightweight, and featherweight competitor, this violent sport, was knocked out only 3 times in 38 matches. But all 3 knockouts are from the biggest power punchers in the UFC, such as Conor McGregor, Michael Johnson, and Justin Gaethje's high kick that shut Dustin down after not being knocked out for 6 years. Known for handing out brutal beatings and violence, he rarely showed signs of being hurt. Although he participated in many wars, in addition to his diamond chin, Dustin has a great habit of rolling with punches, and he always stands so that he can see all incoming missiles. If we also include his fighting heart and mental toughness, Poirier is a bad man who is not easy to separate from consciousness. Nobody loves to take a beating like Dan Hooker. He prefers to end matches with a rearranged face and broken bones, only to return to the cage as soon as possible. For years, the Hangman was impossible to knock out. Yair Rodriguez, Edson Barbosa, Dustin Poirier, and even Gilbert Burns spared no effort while beating him. But Hooker was always in front of him. The first man to crack his chin was Michael Chandler with a sneaky punch after Dan had 30 matches. Arnold Allen managed to TKO him in the first round after unleashing a barrage of hard punches that were so powerful that he would knock a normal man out even if he missed him. Still, the endangered Dan did not fall, and the only reason the match was stopped was because of the referee's intervention. We all know Dan would rather die than fall down. Just when we all thought his chin couldn't take it anymore, Hooker came back against Jalen Turner and ate a high kick like it was nothing. Shane Burgos competed in the UFC until recently and is one of the secret BMF fighters who didn't get the spotlight he deserves. His matches show that he is a slugfest lover who keeps the audience on their feet until the end. Violence is the language he speaks and is always in the mood for striking exchanges. Shane's chin is highly underrated and he has only been knocked out twice in 21 fights. The first time was against Calvin Kattar, who had to throw more than 1 clean shot to finish off Burgos. He's so tough that his own brain had to shut him down in his fight against Edson Barbosa to prevent him from getting hurt. Even defeated, Shane secured Fight of the Night bonuses in both matches. If you are still not convinced of the toughness of his chin, watch his fight with one of the greatest featherweight power punchers, Josh Emmett, and see for yourself. We also have one lioness among the 9 lions on this list. Her name is Valentina Shevchenko. The Bullet enriched her career with endless trophies and medals from several martial arts, and her resume is one of the most impressive among female fighters. In addition to having 28 MMA matches, she successfully tried boxing twice, and even found herself in the kickboxing and Muay Thai ring 58 times. The thoroughbred striker, who has fighting in her blood, was knocked out only once in the MMA octagon. That one knockout came from Liz Carmouche, and was a controversial doctor stoppage due to an illegal upkick. It is important to note that Valentina dominated the fight until the cut. She later avenged that defeat and also shared the cage with the greatest female fighters in the UFC, and recorded victories against Holm, Andre, Pena, and Joanna. She even fought twice with the hard puncher Amanda Nunes, taking the match to decision. Despite Amanda's heavy hands, she was unable to crack her written all over her. She should change her nickname from Bullet to Bulletproof. If we want to make a matchup for the Fight of the Night contender, then we need to put Vicente Luque against anyone. His fighting style features action movie demeanor, pressure, and a granite chin that can take heavy hits. His tendency to eat counter punches without fear is incredible, and his signature front hook allows many fighters to hit him but without a chance to knock him out. He has faced many powerful fighters such as Wonderboy, Perry, Woodley, Turner, Barberena, and many others, and win or lose, Vicente's chin has led fights to decision. Given that a man's head can only take so much, Luque's chin was cracked only once in 32 matches, and that was in 2022 by Jeff Neal. Neal has 9 knockouts and 15 wins, and had to drop heavy bombs for 3 rounds to put Luque out of the fight, with the Brazilian barely going down in the end after a tough and long siege. Although Kelvin Gastelum's career started off with a positive streak, his mid-career record started getting peppered with wins and losses. Regardless, in 27 matches, Kelvin was not knocked out even once. You can submit him or drag him to a decision, but Gastelum has proven impossible to knock out. His chin has been tested by the hard and clean punches of elite middleweight fighters. The man shared the arena with killers for the last 10 years, and even when he was rocked, Kelvin would come back after a few seconds and continue the match, which is impressive considering the weight class he was fighting in. Certainly, the best proof of his durable Mexican head is the match of the year in the title fight against Israel Adesanya, where he refused to be shut down. Every fighter is different, but Kelvin Gastelum's head is something else. In the previous Strongest Chins video, we found the name Blagoy Ivanov in the comments, which we had to put in today's video. The world Sambo champion and former PFL heavyweight champion was never knocked out in 26 matches, and fought heavyweight giants in 4 major promotions. His chin is insane, and our viewer was right when he wrote in the comment that Blaga has an alien chin. Volkov, Junior Dos Santos, Rothwell, Tuivasa, and others broke their fists trying to put him to sleep. Even Derek Lewis, who holds the UFC knockout record, said he wouldn't stop hitting Blagoy to see if he would go down, adding that he had never met a man who could take so many punches. When the Black Beast is impressed with the endurance of the head, then we know we have a fighter with a steel jaw, a man that apparently even death doesn't want. Our guest of honor, who justifiably takes the top spot on our list, is the indestructible Muay Thai phenom, Rodtang Jitmanglang. Known by the nickname Iron Man, he entered the ring for the first time at the age of 8, and for the rest of his life, he strung together over 300 matches. The one flyweight Muay Thai world champion is 26 years old, and behind him is already an 18-year career. But in all the Muay Thai wars, he has only been knocked out once. Rodtang often drops his hands halfway through the match, taunting his opponent and letting him hit full force. In addition, Iron Man often hits himself in the head to show his dominance and endurance, and thus invites his opponent to test him. When you fire all the strongest weapons into the head of an opponent who is not defending at all and is asking for more, then you know you're in big trouble. And when Rodtang turns on his rage mode, you know you are definitely done for. Thank you for staying until the end. You know where the notification bell and subscribe button are. The comment section is there for you to express your opinion and leave the top 10 ideas you want to see in the continuation of our work. If you like our effort, leave a like, share the video with your friends, and don't forget to protect your chin. Remember to keep your guard up, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.